So I'm still a little bit unsure about whether I should tell this story in, you know, you'll probably see why as I get into it. It was when all the strangeness was happening with Kate Middleton or Catherine or whoever her name is. Remember she was missing, nobody's seen her, and they were putting out edited videos of photographs and stuff like that, and it was strange, and it got me thinking back to a time. It got me thinking back to a time in London, but then it came out that she's got cancer, and I was like, I can't tell a story. I can't tell it because it's not exactly a positive story, right? And it's got to come across as, but you know what? Like fuck it, they get enough positive press as it is, right? Almost exclusively as it is. Here's something that happened. This is something true. That happened several years ago. Luca, my son, has a brain condition, and he gets treatment in Great Ormond Street in London. And this was maybe 2020. We're doing it for treatment, right? And we'll stay for a while and we'll make a bit of a holiday of it. So Luca had treatment, and it takes a lot of him. So he had a wheelchair. He doesn't usually need a wheelchair, but London, he's got a wheelchair just in case he gets tired. So we're pushing him in his wheelchair through. It's in Bloomsbury, right? I don't think it was like Russell Square, but it was near there. There's a big square park in the middle of like Bloomsbury area, and we're walking through the grass, come out to the pavement at the other side of it, and there's like paparazzi and news cameras everywhere. Like a big bank of them, standing on ladders, rows of them, right? I mean, I'm very fucking rural Scotland. I've never seen anything like this before. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And they're pointing at this building, which is like a museum. So I walk up to one of the people and I say, what's going on? And they say it's a Duke and Duchess of Sussex or Cambridge, or they said something, and I had no idea what they meant or who they meant, right? So the guy says so let's say I think it was Cambridge, he said. And I'm like, oh, okay, right. So I goes and I Googles it. Isn't it Kate and William, right? It's like, ooh, Kate and William, wow, that's interesting. Now, where the building was, there was the door of the building, facing the building to the left, there was rows of paparazzi, right? Heaps of them. There's like 30 or 40. Like TV cameras, actual cameras, paparazzi, line up, waiting for them to come up. At the other side of the door, there's like a velvet rope, golden stanchion things, in a velvet red rope for members of the public. And there is one person, well, two people, one person plus his mother or carer. It's a little kid in a wheelchair. Like, Luca didn't need a wheelchair. This kid clearly did, right? This kid clearly did. And he was obviously there for this because he's got a lot of Union Jack flag. He's waving, right? And his mother or carer is standing a good bit behind him. Because he's looking excited as shit, right? And so if it had been busy, I would not have stayed. But there's nobody there, right? So he thinks, oh, fuck it. I mean, we're in London, we get a chance to meet the future king. Like, I'm no royalist, like, at all. But, I wouldn't go on my way to. But, while we're here, Luca has been in hospital. If you can meet your future king, it's something, right? It's something to tell people. So we'll go up and get behind the velvet rope. And one of the paparazzi guys is over there, and he's, kind-hearted motherfucker that he is. Like, big heart, so caring. He says, come on, guys, stand in front of me, look, get in there, look, stand there. And he's thinking, because they'll definitely come over there. I think he actually said that, because they'll definitely come over. Like, two little kids in wheelchairs. And, me, the wife, and as kid's parent or whoever was with him, guardian again. So, we're there, and we're waiting. And we wait like 30 minutes. And we're like, fuck it, let's just go. Like, it's not worth it, is it? Like I said, I wouldn't go on my way to do it. But this is going to get away. Right? So we're like, let's leave. The door opens. We're like, okay, we'll stay. Because they must be coming out, right? Another 30 minutes. I'm not joking. Like, it must be another 20 minutes. And we're like, give it, fuck us. This is like, so we'll go leave again. Bodyguards come out, clearing the area. Fucking James Bond in it, looking around, looking around, pulling everything, right? We're like, well, they must be coming out imminently, right? They must be on the way out if their bodyguards are out. Mind. So again, this is the future King of England in the middle of London. There's about 40 paparazzi, about 20 bodyguards in 2 or 5, 2 groups, 2 families to see them. They're waiting to. So, see when you see these fucking things at Buckingham Palace in there's rows of people throwing flowers and shit. Where do they find these people at? Because, mate, is it just people in the roundup or something like that? Did they say, do you want to come and stand here and we'll put you on TV? Because I didn't see it. Like, people were walking past, nobody gave a shit. Nobody, if I was in Scotland, I wouldn't give a shit either. But anyway, back to the story. We're standing waiting. Again, bodyguards are out, they're looking around, fucking, you can see their guns inside their things, and they're speaking to each other, and they've got the, right, and again, I mean, as I got something I'm fucking lying, but I'm not lying. Another like 15, 20 minutes get past, and it's like fuck us. Right? And then they open the doors, the Jeep rolls in, and the doors are open. And then about another 10 minutes after that, the 2 doors open, one of the doors is open, to bodyguards, 2 doors opened, and the future king and his bride walk out, right? They walk out with, I guess, 4 people who worked there. And they do that thing where they're standing in the doorway, pretending to speak to each other, right? And I'm close enough to hear they're saying fuck off, right? They've been inside there for like 4 hours speaking. And they want me to believe that they've got, like, anything you've got to say, you've said it in a you prick. You're pretending so these people can get photographs, say click, 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 click. And they're literally standing going, gesturing, arm gestures, and all this shit, and saying absolutely nothing. Again, saying absolutely nothing. And then, it's time for them to leave. We're thinking they've got to come down the steps past us, right, and then to their Jeep, right. So at the very least, we'll be close to them. They never even fucking glance. They kind of glance with disdain. I'm thinking now that they must have thought it wouldn't look good on TV if a paparazzi caught them with like 2 people. Because I stood back, I'm not even. If a paparazzi caught them with such a small crowd, right? So they absolutely blanked us, completely blanked us, and took a diagonal, took the long way to get to their fucking Jeep, so they wouldn't have to walk past us. Now it's a true story. That was, forgive me if I don't really give much of a shit about the royal family or anything that happens in it, right? I'm sorry for her, I am. I'm sorry for her the same as I'd be sorry for, anybody else who has got a horrible disease. I hope she gets better. But as far as this Prince of the People and all that shit, he and her, they're just as bad as the rest. Right? They're just as bad as the rest, and I guarantee you, Harry would not have blanked us. Harry wouldn't have blanked us, mate. Harry would have come over and high-fived and stuff like that. Get some selfies and stuff like that. Harry would have. What I've got to say about that is, my opinion of the royal family is that Scotsman wasn't very high to start with. That diminished it further. I will say that the Queen, who recently passed, was excellent. I mean, she had her faults, right? But the system she was the head of was not designed by her, was not created by her, and she didn't really have the power to do anything about it, right? But she was the best of them, and she did her job very, very, very well. You say what you like about privilege and all like that, and you've got a point, but she did it very well, and the rest of them can't hold a torch to her. That's my royal family story. It's as close as I've been to royalty, and it wasn't very close at all because they completely blanked us. What do you think? Too soon to tell that story, or do you think that's okay? It wasn't too bad, was it? Anyway, that's it. I was like 2 hours of my life wasted for people who couldn't give a shit.